Hello, welcome to the second live. We're going to be doing this every night at 8. Regardless whether we have people or not, I'm going to be creating as many helpful answers and ideas for parents that might be struggling with maths at home or simply want more ideas. So I'm just going to, I've started, hi Steve, welcome. I've started just a little bit early because I'm going to, now that I've set this live, I'm now going to share it, I hope. I couldn't find it yesterday. And I'm not sure that I can find it now. Not quite sure how to do this. It doesn't appear, which doesn't help me at all. And because I still haven't found the one from yesterday. Oh, there's the one from yesterday. And in theory, this should just appear. So it hasn't appeared yet, so I can't really share it until it appears. So, well, we've got 3 minutes left. Hello, hi Phoebe. I'm looking forward to speaking to you tomorrow. And hi Bindu. Cool. Good evening, Steve. How formal. Can you all hear me okay? Please say yes, you can hear me, because I've got this gadget and technology and stuff. So please confirm that you can hear me. Hi, Paula. Nice to see you. We're doing Q&A for parents that might be struggling or need ideas for their kids. Oh, you can hear me. I'm taking it that you can hear me from that. Yeah, I'm guessing that wave means you can hear me, Phoebe. And a yes from Steve. Excellent. Well, there's 2 minutes left and it's still not appearing here, so I can't share it on any other platforms until it appears. So if any of you could share it, maybe wake a watch party or something like that, that would be amazing. The idea being to reach as many people as possible, to help as many people as possible. Oh, thank you, Phoebe. Phoebe can hear me well. So I've got Wales, Salford, Carnarvon, Salford, Stevenage. I'm not quite sure if I've got that one right. And I don't know where Bindu is. So it's just about time to start, so I'll just go ahead and start. Can't share it, working on that. Please do watch parties. Watch parties are amazing, actually. It's a great way to connect with your friends, and please do share any way you can think of that might be helpful for others. Right, so I'm going to start at 1 minute to. The idea behind this is to help parents. Oh, Stevenage is correct. I knew it started with an. Oh, that's right, Stevenage. Yeah, hello. So the idea is to create is to have just 30 minutes. It's not an hour, and it's not resource intensive. It isn't. It's Q&As, but it's not actually giving answers. I've got this problem, and I come up with a solution, or show you how to help a child with a certain thing. It's finding out what's needed, and then from there I will create resources. I'll put them on the group, and I will, anybody that's asked that specific question, I will of course tag them in that specifically, so it'll be tailored for them, but also hopefully it will help other people who are having a similar problem. So the idea is that everybody can interact, everyone can share any problems that they're having. Phoebe is on again, and she's looking for ideas she works in a youth club. What was it exactly, Phoebe? We're having a chat tomorrow anyway, for me to come up with ideas, and I'll speak to other colleagues as well to come up with the best ideas. We're looking for ideas for special needs requirements, as well as different ages. So the ideas will come out with lots of ideas, and then you'll be able to go to the group to get resources. And so I don't have any. Does anybody have any questions, any particular things they would like me to, that they would like a resource for, to help with any particular problems? I know that Ziggy's quite enthusiastic, so if you need any help, I'm very happy to jump in with anything that you need with Ziggy if you do need it. I know you're both extremely capable, so you might not need that. I love what you're doing, Paula, by the way, with your but Paula, for everybody, so you know, is feel free to put a link on here, Paula, please do. She is Dr. Ziggs, well, Ziggy's Dr. Ziggs, but Paula has lots of bubble resources, ideas you can do with the kids in the garden, and she's also doing a campaign raising money and awareness. So Paula, please do put a link to both Dr. Ziggs and whatever you want to put links to. You're more than welcome for people to check out. Please do check out Paula's amazing work. And right, so now there aren't any questions. Therefore, I'm just double check there's nothing underneath there. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, lots of way to count blocks. Using Minecraft, thanks for the idea there. Brilliant, lovely. Enjoy your supper, and I'll be happy to jump. If you need any help with Ziggy, just get in touch. All right, lots and lots of love. Come back later and put the links on later, put the links in the group. I'm more than happy for you to do that, Paula. You're doing great work. Bye, Paula. Right, so I'm probably going to have to say this every single night, so sorry if I bore those that have seen it, heard it before. But people assume because that I run Bubbly Maths and because I'm passionate, my life's purpose is that every child on earth will love learning and enjoy mathematics. People assume, and I get introduced as, here's Caroline. Oh, by the way, I am Caroline. My name is Caroline. I'm not Caroline, I'm me. That's my life's purpose, is that every child on earth should love learning and enjoy mathematics. And the mission is to help children stop hating and start loving maths so that they can be happier and more successful in life throughout their whole life's journey. Being successful in maths is really key. The life skills, and kids do ask, I'm never going to need this. Why do I have to learn this? Why are you doing this to me? Stop torturing me. And the reason why maths is so important isn't because they need to know certain things. It's because when you're doing maths, you're learning certain skills. You are learning life skills. Maths is great at life skills. One of the most important ones are tenacity. How to deal with making mistakes, how to deal with failure, making mistakes, failure, how you actually deal with those, and the way you approach there are two main ways to respond. There are obviously in-betweens, but there are also extremes. And the children that get disengaged with maths are the ones that attempt something or fear attempting it because they either fail, boom, or they fear failure, in which case they just hold back and go, I'm not doing this, not going there, don't want to fail, don't want to have those negative emotions, not doing it. Then there's the other side, which is children, people, grown-ups, and we all have this in different areas of our lives. I certainly do. I'll speak for myself and my experiences that lots of people have it in different ways. There are some things where I go, no, I can't do that. I'm actually not open to learning, even though then I tell myself, right, this is being completely hypocritical. So I then put it back down on my bucket list, right, I do want to learn that. And there's areas in your life where you're like, wow, I'm going to learn something new. And my mentor, that's created thousands of maths resources on the and you will always get a link to the project that she's working on in Africa with, and again, lots and lots and lots of maths resources. We're becoming YouTubers, so we'll start putting up the YouTube links. I'm in the process of uploading stuff and going live on that very, 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 very shortly. That's going to go all live very, very soon. And she will sit there going, this is fantastic. Oh, how this is really difficult. It's great. I'm learning something new. And she's just turned 80 2 days ago. And she does say that. She says, I learn something new every day. Hi, Julia. And that is key. If you want to learn something new, if when you're dealing with something difficult and you get excited, hi Sabina, and you get excited because you're going to learn something new, and then you my brother is a bit of a maths genius, and it always seemed as though it was really, really easy for him and he would just sail right through it. But he gets bored unless he gets to a challenge. So the key is to have the attitude of becoming excited when you get to the challenge. Being bored with the mundane, with the things that you already know how to do, is not the way to learn. Well, you can. I mean, if you use that to then go, I want to do something that I don't know how to do, and get excited about that, and that's key. And even though people introduce me as somebody who is a maths genius because I run Bubbly Maths, no other reason, because I'm not. The reason why I do what I do is because I really struggled with maths. I make silly mistakes all the time. I've been tutoring children this week, and oh my goodness, they have to correct me constantly. Like, that answer doesn't look right. I think, and then they're right, and I'm wrong. There's no such thing as wrong. It's just learning. And so the key is enjoyment, and my life's purpose is to provide as many resources as I can and do as many activities as I can. My computer's just decided to go to sleep, which is great. Not so yeah, come back, wake up. Oh well, oh it's back. Phew. And so now I've got to close that down. There we go. I'm hoping the live will come up. It hasn't come up yet. So right, so here we go. So if anybody has any questions, any specific questions that they need help with, of problems they've encountered this week, or attitude of the child, any of the children that you might have at home at the moment. Hi, Julia. Then please do put the questions in the comments. I will not be answering the questions per se, if they're detailed questions in this live. I will be taking the questions, creating a video, and then putting that video back in the live to answer your question, and also putting it on the group so that you can come back to it and it can benefit other people as well. So this is only 30 minutes, so we don't have lots and lots of time. So if any of you aren't in the group, please do join the group. And please do tell other people about it. This is specifically for mathematics, but it's not just mathematics in a way. It's about learning. It's about your mindset, your learning mindset. Anybody that's got what the amazing Carol Dweck calls the growth mindset, and if you've got the growth mindset about all aspects of your life, then you're just going to keep growing. If you've got what she calls a fixed mindset, then that's where you're going to be held back by the fear of getting it wrong, the fear of being perceived as not as maybe not being perceived as clever as people think you are. You don't want people to think, oh, actually she's not as clever as, or he's not as clever as I thought they were. I work with different ages. It depends on what the activities, I mostly work with primary school children aged 3 to 11, but it depends on what the problem is as to who I work with, Julia. Please do send me a PM. You're very welcome, and we'll talk about it. Or I might be able to hook you up with somebody else. Okay. Please do, by all means, send a PM or send a message on the group, and I will be glad to talk to you. So, ideas. We've got no specific questions. Julia's asking about age groups. Apart from that, there's no specific questions, so I'm going to come up with some ideas. Now, we've got a new YouTube channel which is just about to be launched, which is called Maths Toys, and it's all about finding the maths in toys, finding the maths in games and the games in maths. So I have some toys here. Thought we'd just do those today. If anybody's got any questions, please do. I've got something called Bananagrams, which is more well known than Some Fun. And I'll just share a few ideas of things you can do with both of these and just now. I will also be talking about a game called Some Sort, which I will be co-hosting with my friend Stuart Barber, and he will be demonstrating lots and lots of ideas you can do with Some Fun. Now, some of these you might have to get a toy. Oh, right. Just I will respond to that message, Julia, and I'll send you some ideas and resources. And if you actually need any one-to-one tutoring, just even if it's just once, just let me know. So this is called Bananagrams. Now you can do this with Scrabble as well. Now, why do letters and numbers work together? Well, on a very, very, very simple level, you can do codes. So every letter can represent a number. So you can research what codes have been used in the past. You can make up your own codes. You can make up patterns. It doesn't have to be words, or you can make up words that mean something. So this is all about being creative. So you can just use individual pieces and invent codes. You can write sentences that have a deeper mathematical meaning. You can create activities where the children can be creative themselves. They can be spies. You can make spy games, that sort of thing with letters. And there's lots of other things you can do with letters. You can do with this bag, for example. You can do a little bit of sorting with the younger children. You can sort all the letters. Put all the letters together, just actual letters together, because when they're younger, when they're actually learning their letters, it's useful for them to identify which letters are the same. So just recognising letters, and even if you can't name them, if you just put all the A's together and all the B's together, the grown-up can name them, the child doesn't have to. So this is sorting, that's maths. Sorting is maths. And then you basically automatically make a bar chart, so you see which one you have more letters of. Sorry, I need some water. Be right back. Where's my water? Last night I managed to spill my water on the floor because I didn't put the lid back on. So this time I'm going to put the lid back on. My computer wants to go back to sleep. So you can do sorting with letters, which makes a bar chart. So you don't, if the child's young, they don't have to even be able to name the letters. You name them and they'll just watch. Hi Emma, if you need any help to get in touch, if there's anything you're struggling with, please do get in touch, Emma. Send me a PM. If you have any questions here for the group, then please by all means put it on the group. The idea with this is that every night now, that's it. I've decided, I've been working out what shall I do, what can I do to help, and I'm going to do this every night at 8, and I'll be coming up with different ideas every night. So we've got the bar charts. The other things you can do with this, you've got basically statistics. So you can then, depending how old the person is, so you can use bar charts for slightly older ones, and simply counting how many letters there are of each, how many boxes there are of each letter, that sort of thing. So that's on quite a basic level. Then we've got Some Fun, which is like Scrabble, but it's numbers. So you can set a challenge. Get everybody to make a mathematical sentence that equals 10. So you get out 7 pieces, just like you do with normal Scrabble. And with those 7 pieces, you lay them out on the table. I suppose the first person can start with any mathematical sentence they want, but it's got to work. It's got to be this plus this, or this divided by this, whatever. It's got to be correct. So you can play this on on any level you like. You can take out everything that isn't a plus, or you can just and just keep it simple. If you're just working on addition, then you can keep it under the under 10, for example. So if you're still working on numbers 1 to 10, then just keep all the numbers under 10. And or if you go up, you basically make it as complicated as you want it to be. So it always wants to be a challenge. If it's not a challenge, it just gets boring, and that's when learning gets boring. Unless what you want to do is keep the energy alive, keep the enthusiasm alive for overcoming a challenge, and that euphoria that you experience when you overcome a challenge, when you get it right or solve a problem that you've been working on for ages, is really huge. Emma's here, and she's we had Dr. Ziggs here earlier, Paula, and Steve's on as well, and we're bubblers. I'm very, very fortunate that I've as a result of using bubbles with my maths, I've over the years become a bubbler, which is just brilliant. So Emma's a bubbler, and we know all about perseverance. Perseverance and determination are needed in maths if you're struggling with a problem, and they are so needed in bubbles. Sometimes the bubbles just won't work, but you know what? As long as you've got a mix that works, as long as your equipment is going to work, even if it looks like it's not going to work, if you persevere and you are determined, you will eventually get that amazing bubble that you're working on. And the feeling of euphoria that you get when that happens is amazing, and you get the same thing in maths. So that's what we want. We want children to experience that euphoria. So we're looking for the maths in games and the games in maths. So I'm going through the maths in games at the moment. So here's a really obvious one. Dominoes. So what can you do with dominoes? Well, you can play dominoes. Especially for the younger children, just recognising that is 3. So the more they play dominoes, the more that they'll just see that, no, it's 3. Now, some people pick it up really quickly, and some people take months. Some take years, depending on if they've got someone with special needs, it can take them years to recognise that is 6 just by looking at it. And others will see it and just very, very quickly go, but well, that's 6, and not even think about it. So just playing the game helps relate that to a digit, or that, whichever one it is. Obviously it's dominoes, so you've got different, and it's just a different way of representing a digit. Now, something else you can do with dominoes is, let's say, I just picked up a double 6. You could say you have to lay a piece on this on the side there. Obviously, this isn't it. You'd have to lay a piece on the side where that plus that equals that. That's something you could do. And you could play a game of dominoes like that. Or you could even use multipliers. So it could be, I don't know, you can come up with your own ideas. I'm kind of going with the high ones. What have we got? Well, 4 plus 4 is 8. Not so easy. You can just find all the dominoes that have the same value. So that have the same amount of, like, all the dominoes that equal 8. So you're doing all the dominoes that equal 10. So if you add all the dots together, and if you represent it as 4 plus 4 as well, that helps, because you're doing your number bonds to different numbers, and it's just all about becoming fluent, getting your and not getting your number sense really down pat, just getting that solid. You could also use this for times tables, of course. If you've got ones that go higher, fine. Or you can make your own cards up to 10, and you can do times tables with your dominoes, and you could do pop quizzes and things. Hi, Inky! Inky's back. Inky was on last night. I'm working on that. On the answer to your. I'll probably get back to you on Monday with that from yesterday. And right, so that's ideas that you can do with dominoes, and you can make it from a very, 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 very simple problem to, you can make it as complicated as you want. You can do square roots, you can do cubes, and like that could be, what's 6 to the power 5? And if you're not sure what 6 to the power 5 is, it just means 6 times by itself 5 times. So you could just come up with that and be creative. Or let's say, for example, find all the dominoes that can come to 3, and you can use whatever operations you want. So let's say, for example, you could make this into 2. So you could do 6 divided by 3 is 2, or you can do 6 minus 3, that would be 3. You can do 6 times 3, that would be, and you can kind of fund a game as well as to do write the numbers 1 to 100 and find a way of making all of those numbers only using the number 4, or only using a box of dominoes, but by doing different operations between the ones. Or you could even, they can get as creative as you want. We can set rules, or we can just let them get creative and come up with their own rules. All right, nice one. See, Inky's finding the game, the maths in games. No, the games in maths. No, the maths in games. Inky's finding the maths in games. That's brilliant, Inky. That's just the ticket. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so now another one. I had only recently discovered this. I didn't really think about it, but my grandson was given, who is 5, my grandson was given a Monopoly Junior for Christmas. Now his is in Spanish, which is fine because fortunately I speak Spanish. But it was absolutely brilliant because he was only just learning. He certainly was learning his number bonds. And learning. When I was with him for his birthday in October, he was struggling with snakes and ladders, just struggling to, like, for example, I'll get the board out. I'll show you what the struggle was that he was doing. This is obviously for. Oh, the board's over there. Right, and I'm dropping everything on the floor. The board's over here, and I had it all ready to go, and now I've covered it with things. So I'm afraid it's not quite so ready to go. Ooh. Well, maybe might be a picture of the board on here. Hopefully, yes. Okay. So what we were doing is he was, start it, go, whatever, start it, go, and he was struggling with 1 being the next one, so he kept wanting to start with 1 being where he was. So 1, 2, 3, which makes sense because when you've got 5 things in your hand, the first one you put down is 1, right? So just doing that. So in October he was struggling with knowing where to move the 1 to, and also he was kind of being a bit random. Just when he turned 5, he was being a bit random about the numbers. He'd drop numbers off, go 1, 2, 3, 5 or whatever. But by Christmas, that's only 2 months later, he was, by playing board games, and we've got quite a few board games now to play, and his fluency just increased. I've also got a friend who's got a daughter that is autistic, and she's now 13. And what we do is we play grown-up Monopoly. This one would be too easy for her now. But when she was 8, this would have actually been a great game to play with her, because at 8 she was still really struggling just to get. She was really where my grandson is now in terms of getting the meaning of numbers, and it took several years, but perseverance, determination, and eventually once it started clicking, she's flying now. She's doing really well. And we play Monopoly together. We play the grown-up version of Monopoly, and when I'd like her to be the bank as often as possible, and just help her. And I do that with. I also play, by the way, the grown-up version of Monopoly with my grandson, so that he's he's throwing double dice, or I might play double dice with this game as well. But then we're also dealing with hundreds and thousands and 500 and the bigger numbers. So even if he can't take away, and even if my friend's daughter can't take away the larger numbers, we're practicing with them. We're talking about them. We're playing with the dynamic of larger numbers, making it real. And the idea being that eventually she will be able to play. So that is, so it's just slowly but surely. Some people will just take it on really quickly, and some people need lots and lots of patience. So the really critical thing is that patience. Just keep on keeping on, and there's no such thing as no. There's no criticism. There's no impatience. It's just everyone learns at their own pace. Oh, that's fine. I love emojis. Go for it. Keep going, Kate. I love emojis. Give me them emojis. And so that's it for tonight. If you do have any questions, please do post them on here. I will be working. I've been working on ideas partly today, and the videos will start coming out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some co-hosting as well. So I'm going to, my friend Stuart Barber, he doesn't know yet, but I have told him I want to do some with him, so I suppose he just doesn't know I'm doing these lives right now. So he'll be on with his Some Sort. I've got a friend in America who'll be on with something they called Exploding Dots, and my friend, my maths mentor from who's runs an NGO in South Africa, training teachers, just giving resources to teachers and children, which is those will be lots of the resources that we use. We'll have lots and lots of people on here with their ideas and their input, and keep the mix going and make it interesting. And thank you very much for coming, and thank you, Kate, for joining us, and Inky and Steve, and Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Oh my goodness, Lorraine just got married very recently. I haven't actually spoken to Lorraine. Congratulations, Lorraine. If you do need any ideas, any resources for the girls, do let me know. I do know lots of resources. So I can just point you in that direction if you're struggling at all. And thank you, Emma. Thank you, Yulia. Thank you, Sabina. Paola's already gone. Phoebe, speak to tomorrow, who's doing great work she does such great work with youth and lots of volunteering in her community. So thank you. See you tomorrow night. Please tell everyone, share. Tell everyone, get them to come into the group, and hopefully this is going to become a really useful resource for parents. And hopefully it's different to what else is out there. So I was looking for something that everybody's doing something. I'm hoping this will enhance what other people are doing. Take care, stay safe, and stay inside. See you tomorrow.